This is Jackson Hale. We are recording a session on America's Card Room, 1 through an L, and going to do about 30 minutes here. Just bought in, just fired it up. Poker Tracker 4 software will kick in after we play a hand. And I'm coming in on the big blind. No reason to post beforehand. Ace deuce suited. I would tend to defend with this hand, especially blind versus blind. I know I've played this villain before, but I don't know what the stats are right now. Pretty decent flop. There's some straight combos, 2 pair combos, 1 pair. We have the nut flush draw. We are going to bet it. As a bluff and possibly to get some value in the pot. Not sure what it means that this villain's taken so long to make a decision. Okay, that's a hand. We have a lot of equity here. It's 7 cents to call. I think we're going to see a turn. Decent card. I wouldn't put my whole stack in with this, but this is certainly going to get us. I will check my ace here. And flush draw does not come in, but we might be good with the ace. That's a pretty small bet. We're just going to call. Yeah, he's on a draw. I was thinking maybe he had 10-8, maybe 9-8. Ace queen, small blind. Again, a pretty good hand. We have a new player coming in who posted. Let's see what they do. I somewhat expect Charlie Virgo. Oh, yeah, we've got 54 hands on him. He's pretty aggro. Well, actually, he's loose, but somewhat passive. 43 with a PR 25. Don't have any hands on Luger. We're just kind of flat. No reason to get out of. There we got a gut shot. I do expect Luger to bet here from the hijack. The standard C bet we will float. Possibly improve with queen, ace, and jack. Gonna check here. I'm gonna check back. I'm gonna check. I want to fire, but I'm really just gonna be bluff catching here and trying to pot control with an ace. Yeah, we're good. Queen 8. Haven't been here long enough to know how these guys play. I'm probably just going to fold this. And against tighter players, I might use this as a raising hand. Certainly not against an under the gun raise or early position raise. Also against a short stack, there's no reason to get involved there. We would have had a gut shot. So Medic is firing here. It could be flush draws, 10s, 9s. See how they continue here. And he shows. Ace king versus jacks. Ajax suited from the cutoff. Again, because I don't really know these players very well. No reason to get involved here. It's not a bad hand, but I like to sit at the table for a little bit before playing something that's not in the top. Well, from cutoff, it needs to be a slightly tighter range, probably 15 to 20% hands. Don't think 8 Jack falls within that. I have to do some Flopzilla work to remind myself of that. Ace Jack, 10K, standard. King 10 offsuit. And fold here again. If it's suited, I might consider playing it from the hijack. Let's look at our ranges. So 10%. Oh, I don't have that built yet. Middle position, 12%. Bluff, call, type hand. Jack 8 is not in the middle position. Jack 8 suited. 10-8 suited is in there. Why isn't Jack 8? We're out of position with this hand. This is going to be a no. I would certainly play that from the button. If I had played that from the button and got raised like that, I would probably fold here. Sticks it in, ace queen. 10 Jack off, under the gun, no thank you. No. I'm pretty active over 7 hands, but that's sketching cards. It's too small of a sample to attribute anything to these numbers right now. Not with Jack 6. Even though it was probably a button steal. An update on here, no. Probably need to get some stats in here to show attempt to steal stats. I'm just gonna let this go. I'm not messing with this short stack with P6. P6 offsuit. 6 deuce is a no. The position bets half pot, or that's 3/4 pot, I guess. This is the guy that called earlier, flatted with jacks. He flatted. I am just coming off of a flu / cold / sore throat, so sorry my voice is not what it normally is. Hopefully you can hear this okay. This king. I wonder if that's like king queen, if it's jacks again. Trying to speak of the devils. So we're in position here. We just saw this person show down ace king, but I feel like this warrants a re-raise to at least isolate. Make sure we don't have anybody else come in behind. I want to make it slightly bigger. We'll make it 14. Probably get a call and then a check fold if he's got nothing. He's got something he could repop it here. Looks like a good board to barrel. I'm gonna go slightly bigger, 22 cents. That should get the job done. Ace jack from hijack, suited. It's a pretty decent hand. I know I was just involved in the hand. Only one that I really need to worry about is Megalodon getting active. This is a Russian player, I bet. Yep. Russian players tend to be tighter, so I'm not too worried here about him being involved here unless he's got something. Not all Russians are tighter, but it seems like they seem to be the better players on this site. We got two callers behind. Got a lot of equity here with our flush draw, but we're out of position to the two callers, so we're going to check call as the line. We can hit an ace, we can hit a jack, a queen, we can try to rep, see where we stand. So bet half pot. Okay, we got interest from Giza. They called. Question is, do I want a river barrel here for all his stack? Probably not. We're gonna have to check this away. And he just checks. And straight draw and hits the 8 on the river. Probably calling me. It's just 30 cents. He's probably calling. So I don't think it was. I don't think it would have been wise to bluff there. Probably on that hand, the last hand, I probably should have made that turn bet a little bit bigger. I don't know that he was trying to elusive and open in a straight draw, though. He might have even been willing to get it all in. Nine ten suited. I like this hand in position, but we are out of position. Not going to play, especially against this end of the table, who seem to be a bit more active. We've got some limping, we've got some raising. If I were in this hand, that turn card would be a good card to barrel on. And we've got some showdown value with the 9. Queen jack suited. Not the greatest hand. Early position. I think I'm going to have to let this go. I will admit that probably in real life and real practice, I might play that, but I don't think I should be. Not out of position. I would play it in position. But I know I'm going to be looked at. The donkey in me is kicking right now, wanting to play this hand. King and off, under the gun, no thanks. It's a standard fold for me. Usually. Depending on who's to my left, I might play a hand on the button. This is not a good defending hand, even against the small blind. Probably just going to let this go. If it gets raised, I'll happily take a limp check or walk. That's about as good as this hand gets. I've gotten stacked with people who have had this hand before, though, recently. Seven four suited. Could be a bluff hand, but no high card value there. I'd rather ace four suited for a 3-bet bluff, but yeah, 7-4, we're just gonna let go. It's not even worth the defend here. Especially against an early position raiser. He seems to be pretty solid over a very small sample of hands so far. 6. So check the flop and then re-raise the turn. There's no betting out on the river. It's precisely what I thought he had. Ace king. Little trappy trap. We are going to play this straightforward and is going to come in for a raise. Depending on the action before me and who's doing it, I might consider a 3-bet here. Alright, we got 2 limpers, so we are going to make this slightly higher. I think I'm going to go pot here. Extra pricing out the limpers. There we go. Good old ISO, and we take it down. Kind of going to take the same line again. Not too worried about 40 cents here. I'd be happy to get it in pre with ace queen off. 40 cents, it's not too bad. Just maybe a full 7 in case he's interested. 4-6. Usually not going to play this. I might do it as a bluff from the button or even cutoff, depending on who's behind me, if I think I can get away with it. I don't mind showing up at the river with it as an advertising hand. I do that in tournaments. Cash, probably not as much. Four flush board with paired board. Lots of showstoppers or a lot of action to get in there. Yep. High flush versus king high flush. 10-7. I know this is Daniel Negreanu's favorite hand. I will not be playing this out of position. Again, I might use it as a bluff hand from the button, maybe as a defending hand from the blinds, depending on who's raising and how often they're doing it. If I were in the blinds and I had this hand, I would donk lead this board here. And I would make it close to a pot-sized bet. I've done that as a bluff, and it seems to work. I don't know if I'm just getting lucky or if that kind of donk lead is good poker. And if I were Jerobo, I would have been firing at this board. I like to keep my cards in front of me because I like to see the board run out and how players react, and I know which cards are removed based on their reaction. It's helpful for me to know what I folded. I don't think my cards affect this board at all. That does. Spade draw, ace. The user linked in. Use the short stack here. Possibly have. Doesn't seem like he has an ace. A small pair, medium pair. Probably calling there. Yeah. He's got an ace again. Yes, 83. That was a bad board for the blind to fire at. I would not have fired at that. Gary's limping in again. Sounds like a Russian type player, but Kazakhstan female. Not sure what's going on with him limping in so many pots of shitty hands. 9 deuce offsuit, will not defend. That put me to the test of what it last time. Nope, I'm just going to get to fold this and not have to test my bluffing at good or bad boards. So this would be a bad board to bluff at. Although we've seen Garuza showdown with ace deuce twice in the same round. I suspect they have another ace, maybe a big ace, ace queen, ace king. I think they would have raised, but maybe they're trying to take a different line to get value. Just realized I wasn't sitting close to my computer. Hopefully everything I've talked about was captured. We'll find out after this video. It's done recording. If I have to record it again, well, that's another 30 minutes of play I get to be involved in. 9-6 suited. I don't know why I like to see this hand, but I know I'm out of position. There's some value in there with 2 limpers. I'm going to try to see a flop. 1 cent to call to win 8 cents or 7 other cents. And we're going to check fold this away. Out of position, no reason to bluff at this. If I were in position, I wouldn't be in position with this hand, by the way. Again, I'm not going to bluff out 3 other players. I've done it, and it's worked, but that's really asking a lot. And I could fire here and represent the 10. That's the line I would take if I were trying to trap. Somebody else could be trapping, or somebody might just get stubborn by hitting that queen on the end. Maybe they've got the ace and they've been checking it down the whole time. Just not feeling real good about trying to bluff this. Deuces. Deuces win it. Well, maybe the bluff would have worked. I don't know. Alright, ace queen suited. It's funny how we keep getting ace queen in this position. I'll take it. We haven't 3-bet. Oh, we have 3-bet. I take that back. We're 90% 3-bet. Standard 3/4 pot raise. Don't mind getting called. We're going to see a flop with this. Got a gut shot. And he checks. He's going to let us try to realize our equity. Works for me. What does the check mean, though? Maybe he's got the same hand. Check, check. You got a pocket pair? No, nothing. Wonder why I didn't follow up with a bet. I certainly would have. Pocket deuces. From hijack. We're vipping about 24% right now. Saw Megalodon just trying to play back at me there. I think we're going to let this go. Not feeling the deuces out of position here. Well, somewhat out of position. Straighted board. There was a flush draw on the flop. Pocket eights. we are going to raise. I do that sighingly, out of position. I like this hand much better from the button or from. Of course, we get raised by Megalodon again. What we're going to do with this. So if I call, what's my plan on the flop? Donk the flop. Or check call down, maybe hit a set. Well, let's see a flop. We are going to bet and try to rep. But we're going to make a small bet. 19 cents. Hopefully he believes us. And he doesn't. Followed with a turn bet. And we get called. That's unfortunate. I'm going to check. And probably check it away. I'm not going to be bluff catching here. He could be bluffing. He could have it. Oh, he checks. Wow. Ace Jack maybe? Ace 10? The hell was he in there with? If he had barreled there, I definitely would have folded. Pocket 10's under the gun. We're going to bet big because they're out of position. We got a new player in. I'm really surprised that I took that down with the pocket ace there. And I'm surprised he didn't follow up with a river bet. Wow. He really thought I was losing that pot. See, it's things like that that make me overcall or call too much. Bluff catch. We are not going to be doing anything with this hand. Well, we have high card value on this. I could bluff it, but I've been pretty active lately. Starting to look maniacal, actually. Let's put up Megalodon responding to if he's looking at my stats. We're going to play the button and then we're going to wrap this session up. Ace 4 off suit. If it was just Megalodon, I might consider re-raising here, although I know he wants to play, so especially against me, he might not respect that. But with the caller in there, there's no reason for me to get involved. Call seems pretty strong from that player. Oh, I would have gotten lucky on this one. And he takes the betting lead on the turn. At least king, queen, maybe better. Pocket queens, possibly. I don't see pocket tens doing that. Alright, we waited till the button, and we got our button cards. These are not playable cards, usually. With this guy dipping 40% with 0. So he's doing a lot of calling. I'm not going to... I can get a lot of value from it after, but... Anyway, that's going to wrap up our session here. Looking forward to the feedback. Oh, right there.